is day 1601 of the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi. And today we're doing Yodea Siman Shin Lam Dalet Tiftes Vav to Chaf Aleph. Tezvav. Yachal Nados Chvodo. Chacham put something needed for his honor. Bisa also before him they degraded him with words. Koshka made some mice did some deed. But there are specific details here. If a rabbi puts something in nidu, so it's muda for his students, for koshke, sharam, and certainly for other people. Is not muda to other chachamim. Shein talmidav were not students of him, even if they are not of the same stature as he is. Yeshim, some say lahem gankin have muda that for the lesser stature chachamim is also muda. Muda talmid ain't muda rab. Some is muda by the talmid is not muda necessarily for the rabbi. Muda hu l'sharam, but he is muda to other people. Shein chachamim or not chachamim. Avlo chachamim, but it's not muda for chachamim. I feel talmid even if they are of lesser stature than this talmid. Yeshin, some say the gam lahem avi muda. Some say he's muda also for the chachamim. Lesser stature ain't if not greater than the talmid. Brak l'rav ain't muda. It's not muda for the rebbe. Zog shatam b'chacham Torah. Obviously, the talmid is a sage in Torah. Shoei l'nados l'chvodo. That it's suitable to be nada for his honor. And he made the nidu nada from his rebbe. The rav have a chutzpah menu because putting somebody in nidu in front of the rebbe, that's chutzpah. Nidu, that's not nidu. If he's not a chacham Torah, it's nothing. If he is a chacham Torah and his rebbe gives him honor, if they rav, then even in front of the rebbe, rav nidu is valid. This is all when one can tolerate what he decreed. It's intolerable situation for some reason. Rav Shagazar, even the Rebbe who decrees the nidui, so and his students cannot tolerate his decree, and so they don't have to fill it. Or if a Talmud can be manada anybody who degraded in front of him, his Rebbe or his father, as far as nevertheless, since Rebbe himself did not pronounce his nidui, and the base did not pronounce his nidui, and the Rav is not nidui for the Rebbe. Verily, it seems to me, if he was in front of the Rebbe, have a kilo of Rav Batzman nido, it's as if the Rebbe himself put him in nidui. Tafka Rav go to B'Torah, specifically when it's a great rabbi in Torah, Negad Luso B'Torah Kabul Rav, because the greatness in Torah they accept him for rabbi. If he go to B'Torah, if he's not a go to B'Torah, El Shanasa Rabbi Yachaz Kavamus, he became a Rav only because of strongman tactics and violence. Certainly he became a rabbi on account of his money or his yichus. The lo mitzad etzim was not on account of greatness. She'ein lo din rav klai, doesn't have a halacha b'rav. Kozik shenidu l'chvod in Lithuania, many towns had a rab mitam. Rab mitam, the government. There was not Tam Chacham, but he had the proper credentials, secular credentials, and they were looked down upon for the most part. Even the ones who were occasionally somewhat Tamei Chachamim, they were usually inferior to the non-official Rabbanim. So, Arukh might be referring to that. All this when the nidu was for his covet, whoever's covet. Our mission is not El Shayid, right? Nidu is other things Nidu, on which Nidu is applicable. I feel Nidu Kota should be so. Even Nidu was it's like a citizen's arrest. Even a person of small stature in Israel generated Nidu. Having Miluchay so is Miluchay for all Jews. I feel a Nasi Chayv Linhogba Nidu, and even the Nasi is required to observe this Nidui. Until he does tshuva me'adav, she's not to be shlo for things a thing on which he was put in nidui, and then they can release him. You can only not that for the honor of the rabbi. But you don't put something here to cover the rabbi. Unless he is making too much machlekes, is too divisive. But Rav Shini have a menuda tambida, And that which you say that a rabbi is menada for his own cover, it's menuda also for students. Haim lo chazer ba'amnuda, that's the person who was put in nidui does not do tshuva. Afim mivtiach l'rav shivaysen achar kach. And even if he promised the rabbi he's going to make up with him subsequently, in future, become a nevertheless cause my shlopis, as long as they make up with the rabbi, ain't no klum, it's nothing. But shekvar nida also kodim shideh if a nida took place before the promise. And chazba menuda before mamish, but if the menuda reneged literally, actually, in fact, shapias this rabbi chanidu, he appeased the rabbi after he was put in nidu. Or if he lo chazba before mamish, he didn't actually complete that. Elashif tiach the rab, but he promised to appease the rabbi v'zeh kodem anidui. He promises before he was put in nidui. For Rabbi Nidui, and the rabbi didn't pay attention and put him in nidui. And with the cloud tamid is not nidui at all, even for the students. Yad shemashi taken is a shei base kafim mashiyil chachamim and nidui alav kshedu acharkach. And when he says, "I'm going to rectify whatever the chachamim tell me," then nidui is not nidui at all if they're not him after he was accepted by himself to appease the rabbi. V'day yishno the Rav Shenida the rabbi who could pronounce a nidui for his honor, having nidui a nidui is valid. I feel matziv b'tidu she'endam mechon l'haus l'chvaro. Him the tzibur said me'etakona that you can't do nidui for the honor of the rabbi. Etakona some klum. That takona is meaningless. Minas al makor is about to cover Torah. Who gave him the right to just forego cover Torah? Brackets says you're nearly much closer to Masov if you chesim lo chazar b'amnuda kodem shnida so. If the menuda they're not going to do tshuva before they put nidui, angers them muzim mechaberes. There's not the proper yosef. Finish kosu taz v'shach. Fishbiyano came to my lo chazar b'amnuda achashin also. Okay, fine. Now Yurches nimtza b'Yushalmi. We find Yushalmi cotton. Peragim lachav zaken shenida l'tzarech. Zaken who pronounced nidui for tzarech atzmo for his own purpose. I feel ka'aloch even it's appropriate. Ain't a nidui. It's not a nidui. I can't show him. Torah Rishonim said Rishonim had grave difficulty with this. Yesh dachom me'alacha. Some just push Yerushalmi rejected from halacha. The b'shas nim tzakam ma'aver is that. Find the opposite of this several times. Some people explain it. He didn't have money to do for the honor of Torah, but to make money. That this person will give them money to release him. Some explain the we know that he's doing it out of hatred. Also, needless that we see that he was not as specific this person. Most other people did the same thing. He did not pronounce nidui against them. Is that anything similar? Shnei pirushim elu levim rabbein Ramah v'sif Yutes. And Ramah brings both these interpretations. For us, Chuvas pirush takavadim b'maaseh the Reish Lakish. He says it's like the story of Reish Lakish b'moy katan Yud Zayin. She'echel yachayev lamos, and he do somebody owed him money and he put him in nidui. V'amar lei, and the person who owed him money said, if I owe you money, nidui means chaftilach, am I required to owe you a nidui? V'agos mani perek v'al tokas Hashem Ramach ta'achi perusha. The Ramach writes the lo tal chacham l'nos chod el shi bizu. The chacham can only be menada for his honor when they degraded him. And mechel lo nog b'kava korei, but if somebody just didn't respect him properly, korei lo, going to come in front of such he didn't get up when he went by, anything similar, and just not in he has no right to be menada on this account. But Zakamas Yushami, this is what it means in the Yushami. Zakshin Yitzorach Atzmo, a Zakin who may pronounce it for his own purpose, Minei Shalona go, but covered Afil Kalacha, so because they didn't have proper cover for him. They weren't Mavazim, but they had proper cover. Even if he's just enforcing halacha, come I feel like Dini Mo. Halacha is like him. Come in and they never stand. They had their covered in Roshus and Nados. On account of a lack of cover, you're not allowed to put something in Nidui, only if it's bizarre. And all the interpretations are all true. You test. Isim Moikotem, Menuda Lira, Muda Lira Cheres. If somebody is menuda for his city, he's menuda for another city, even a bigger city. Menuda Acheres, if somebody is menuda for another city, and menuda liro is not menuda for his own city. And he's also not menuda to other greater cities. But he's menuda for those cities of comparable size to one in which they pronounce the nidui. The explanation of this is they didn't put nidui because of a sin. The whatever city is from is irrelevant. The city to put him in niduim because of their honor. Such as he said bad things about the city. Also it says there, menuda lenasi menuda chol Yisrael. Somebody said niduim by the nasi, he's menuda for all Jews. Menuda chol Yisrael said he's menuda for all the Jews. Ain't menuda nasi, still not menuda for the nasi. Because of Rabbeinu Ramah b'siv chav, the Ramah writes, Bnei Ir shasu iser kol mishi yavo ladur b'yiram. The people, the alcohol, the people of the city pronounce an Isra, and anybody comes to live in the city. Doesn't take effect on people who newcomers to the city, unless he has a Rebbe in the city. That's a kind of Mr. Rabbi, and he has to fulfill the prohibition of his Rebbe. But they can make a takon amongst themselves. And put a fence around themselves, that they won't have any interactions with this new person who doesn't want to accept their takonos. These is Yasa Bima Shizbar B'Chesh Mishpat Subsidium Reish Lamab Ayin Shom is really Mili Chesh Mishpat Allah Cher Mei Hakilos. Chav Kasser Rabbi Say Bali Shulchan Rabbi Simcha Beis Nogu Shlolin Hog Nidui Be'over Agzeres Hakol B'Cher B'Nidui Atshach Rizu Olav. The custom is not to conduct a nidui if somebody goes against the decree of the Kehila and place him in nidui until the pronouncement is made concerning him. Somebody who violated one of the pronouncements of the decrees of Rabbeinu Gershom Aragola, the famous ones are not to marry more than one wife, not to divorce a wife against her will, and not to read other people's mail. If he did it inadvertently, enter Chatorah. So it's not an automatic nidui, and he doesn't have to be released. But if they warned him, if he did liberally, any 10 people are considered to be the shluchim Rabbeinu Gershom, lahatilok shechozim b'daito. They can be matir when he actually does tshuva. We assume that the opinion of the Das or Rabbeinu Gershom, when he made the takonos, shekei kachta to mitchil nino b'nezif nidui levi daitom. That they should conduct themselves with rebuke or with censure based on their understanding of the situation. But evidently there's some things where Rabbeinu Gershom made a decree, besides the famous ones, that he should be Benita forever, as Kain of our Mason. That happens if he's over amazing. Akal Lashono, end quote from the Shulchan Aruch. Zel Bade the Kamnas and Shari Tagosh Rabbeinu Gershom Agola Shalom knows on the Bebir. The must be talking about. He says it's not talking about the primary Tagosh Rabbeinu Gershom. So the obscure ones, but we're not clear about the one and two wives that get by korcha and get against the will. We store the book at him as severely as possible. He brings down other takonos Rabbeinu Gershom. Besides the takonos anoshim, which we mentioned at the end of the last one, and now he's going to mention opening the mail. That's the other famous one. But evidently there are other more obscure ones which are mentioned here. A person should not, should not go to the Amud when somebody's in Cherem. Until the leader says he can daven. That's one. Not to be away from his wife for 18 months. That's two. Not to rent a house from a non-Jew if a Jew's already living there. That's three. Shloik says good and safe, and not to cut off the margins of books. That's four. Shloivayish bali tshuva, not to embarrass bali tshuva. That's five. Shloik michtav chaver shlobeshuso came zroko, and not to read a letter of his friend without its permission unless he tossed it. That's six. So vani mistapek. I think there's Arukh HaShulchan speaking, not the Beragola. Many people say send through the mail open letters. So you're allowed to read them, he doesn't hide them. Okay, that's now, I don't know, maybe that is still the Beragola speaking. doesn't say Akan Lashon at any point. I think that's Arukh HaShulchan Suffolk. Now we go to the next one. There were 6. The next one is Shaloik Nos Migan of Shum Dover. Not to buy from a gan of anything, not fence, stolen goods. 7. Bein Rasha Akev Atfilo Shabbos Yontiv Lo Yikeh B'chol Shlosha Pa'amim. You're not, I don't know exactly what this means, but you're not allowed to impede davening of Shabbos Yontiv unless it was already impeded, I guess, for some reason, on a weekday 3 times. You don't start with the Shabbos Yontiv. Shosarev Likones, that was 8, 9, I lost count. Shosarev Likones Takono Lahafrish Meiser, and not to refuse to enter a takana to separate a tithe, I guess, for the purpose of tzedakah or the city. And somebody who hits his friend in Makabel of Shikayim Koma Shabasin Yitzavo, so you Cholin Hatulo. So I guess a friend, somebody who hits his friend, to appeases him, he's in Rabbeinu Gershom, but if he accepts upon himself that anything Basin commands him he'll do, then they can release him. And not to speak in shul. And there are other takonas there, to choose Marami Rudenberg, some of them are Rabbeinu Gershom, others from other Rishonim, if I recall correctly. Several of them are spread by us, several of them not. We can't spend time unless each and every place knows what's considered to be niskabel in that place and what not.